As you can see, I've continued to practice. So I have my triangle cut out that I did with you guys. I have my square, I have my rectangle. So on my paper, I have some more shapes left. So I want to be able to practice cutting these out. Now, I think you guys could do the rhombus or the diamond because you've already practiced cutting out shapes that have straight corners and sides to them. So you did that with the triangle, the square, and the rectangle. So I want to practice something with a curved line. So now I'm going to go in here for this semicircle. So cutting on a straight line, that's something we've been doing. Now if you notice, all this paper is kind of flopping around and stuff. It's getting kind of hard to control things. So I'm going to cut, and I'm actually going to continue going past the line because I want to cut this off. I want to make this easier to manage for myself, okay? So now I have the semicircle detached from the rest of the shapes, but this is not cut out because if I flip it over, it does not look like a semicircle. So I want it to look like that, whether I'm looking at it from the front or back. So now I need to aim my scissors on this line, and I need to curve around, staying on the line. Oop, I got off the line. What do? I get back on the line. It's kind of like driving. I'm going to stay on the road, not drive through people's yards. So this one seems like it's kind of easy because when I get to the end of the line, there, I'm done. I've got my shape cut out. It looks the same from both sides here. The tricky one is going to be the circle. You guys have agreed with me when we've talked about cutting out stuff, stay on the line, stay on the line. Well, I'm going to do a couple things to make it easier. So I'm going to cut all this extra paper off of here. So then this isn't going to be in my way. So I'm going to get rid of this stuff here. And now I have just this part, okay? So looking here, what I want to do is I want to get myself on that line, and it's going to go all the way around. So I'm going to cut, and I'm going to stay on the line, and I'm going to turn as I'm cutting. And if I get off the line, we've always said, get back on the line. So I'm going to put my scissors back on the line where they left, and I'm going to keep cutting, turning it around and around as I go. And as I do that, as long as I stay on the line, I will know when I'm finished because I'll get to where there's no more line left. Here. So if I look at it from both sides, that is cut out. So my circle is cut out. So, somebody the other day, I was watching them cut one out, and they kind of made a mistake. They didn't know the trick that you guys keep agreeing with me about, where if you get off the line, you just get back on the line. So they were cutting, and they kind of turned their scissors a little too much. And if you notice, I'm not exactly on the line there. And they thought, well, the circle's round, so I'm just going to keep going around and cutting it out. But because they're not on the line, they never had a place to stop. They just kept turning around and around and around. And when they were finally done, they had this thing. And if I look, it looks quite different than that circle I cut out. It even has a corner on it. So if I look here, I can identify the problem pretty quickly. There's the line. I wasn't cutting on the line. That's what I ended up with. So this is why we always cut on the line.